All right. Any precursor shit before we get going?
Yeah. Fuck you, Justin.
Thanks, Brad. Love you too, bud. No? Nobody's got questions? Nothing?
I like Justin a lot. So
It's too late. Alex,
I don't care.
I already planned.
I don't care if you kill my character. I'm just being
Oh,
honest
I'm
with you
not
as a
going to
person.
do it.
Wait a minute. You don't care if he kills your character, but I so much as scratch your ass.
That's not true. That's not true.
Well, why would you scratch his ass? You don't know where it itches.
That's
Right.
a good point.
See,
Chasing it all over the place.
where did I put that death mechanic note? Oh, there it is.
What would unsolicited itching be called?
Finger in the butthole.
I've never thought of that before.
That's not where it itches at all.
I'll give you 10 minutes to knock that off.
10 minutes?
I'm gonna start to get mad.
You scratch my ass 3 more times and we're going to have a talk about it.
Usually you gotta pay extra for that.
Alrighty then.
How does it feel working so hard on this big baddie that we're about to body?
Is it a big baddie or a big saddie?
Ask me again in 1 hour. Welcome to session 7 of our open beta playthrough of Daggerheart by Darrington Press, where Alex dies. I mean,
Gerard.
You right.
I didn't say that. Head to deadsonsco.com for announcements and other content. We will be releasing a couple new things here coming up real soon, and I know Brad is working really hard on Tainted Hive Season 2, so that should be cool. I think we have another Warhammer project coming up as well that I may or may not GM, so you'll have to stay tuned. Head over to patreon.com/deadsonscompany to consider supporting us. We do appreciate your support. We're already working with one artist. How do you say it, Brad?
Roscara, I believe.
Roscara. Very cool art. So, all right. Last time in Erised, Turtle Tits, the nightly retinue of Sir Gerard Graves, tracked a dark, murderous figure who Sir Gerard saw murder a set of 3 guards in the streets through the Eventide stronghold from Mill Run in the southeast up to East Village near Eventide Gardens. Kai, picking up one of the daggers used to murder the guards in cold blood, tracks along the streets. Ripley rides on Nero in owl form high above the stronghold, where they meet some strangely strong winds in the altitude for such a stagnant night. Though Ripley falls, he adeptly shadow steps further northeast into the East Village and shouts, what was it? What was it, Ripley? What did you shout?
Nero, you suck!
Yeah, that was it. That's when there's a penis pump. That's all I hear. But joining up again, the party tracks... Contraband. Joining up again, the party tracks the intruder to a broken down old warehouse near the eastern wall and approach it cautiously. Kai ambled up to the 2nd floor, close behind Ripley. Nero, Gerard, and Ox enter the rubble-scattered 1st floor from left, right, and center. As Ripley enters the 3rd floor, a smoke bomb goes off with a hiss, and Ox chops a support beam down from below, sending the assailant sprawling in the collapsing building, and a heavy cloud of dust and smoke hovers around you. Ox, you have landed seated against the north wall of the ruined building. Ripley, you are in the shadows and smoke of what remains of the 3rd floor. Kai, you are still on the 2nd floor, or again, what's left of the 2nd floor. It is a little bit more collapsed at this point, having just had its ceiling fall in on it. Yeah. What do we want to do? The dark figure is on the ground, starting to rise.
Not to ask the question that I really don't want you to say yes to, but didn't we leave off with you taking control by spending nasty points to beat us up and then leaving us with a nice resounding cliffhanger?
I don't think so. I took
Perfect.
control.
Then in that case,
I took control in the upstairs area where Ripley was, and then slashed at Ripley. Ripley was missed entirely.
okay, well then in that case,
But before I guess you guys go, Ripley, give me an instinct check.
No.
Okay.
Hey, Justin, real quick, I have to adjust my hope by 1 because whatever my ability is for that D6 at the end of the session, it recycles back into hope.
Okay.
I forget the name of it.
That's 13 with hope.
13 with hope. Your ears ring a little bit with the sound of the collapse. Your holes ring a little bit with the sound of the collapse around you. The memory of the hissing of the smoke is gone, but you still kind of hear the residual hissing. Can't really see much beyond the little bubble around you. The smoke is just starting to kind of clear out in the building, so you can see Kai below you. You can see Ox sitting down below you. You see the huddled dark form out in front of the building. It seems to have tumbled to just in front of the door, or where the door was.
If I may.
you may
Go
not.
for it.
If Ripley's not going to take an action,
And
I'll
Ripley,
do
make sure you
something.
take a hope.
I did already. Gerard, what you
Okay.
got?
Well, I'm going to basically step forward a little bit. I'm going to raise my shield really high and slam it on the floor.
Surrender or die. This is not a negotiation.
And then I'm going to spend a hope to use this is not a negotiation in an attempt to, I guess, intimidate him into surrendering.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
I love
roll
that.
me a presence. Add your experience bonus.
What the hell number is that? Okay. 10, 16. 17 with hope.
Go ahead, take a hope back. If you
Do I?
didn't,
Yeah, I'll just leave it.
if you spent it, then just leave it.
I do have an action that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be drinking my stamina potion.
Okay. Gerard, as you do that, Ripley, go ahead and just drink it now if you want
Right.
to.
It's a 1d4, right? Is that how
You
that's...
tell me. It's your potion.
Well,
It
I
is
don't...
1d4.
Thank you.
I just want to be sure so there's no misunderstanding. When I say that I slam my shield on the floor, I am holding it, but I'm slamming the bottom on the floor.
Sure.
I don't want you to think I just threw my protection away.
Oh, I think your sound effect coming through the mic worked wonders
Okay.
to tell me what you were
that
doing.
that was like some prestidigitation.
The
shit
camera
right there.
jump was pretty good too.
I like it.
Yeah. It shifted to
These special effects brought to you by.
Alex's
Sorry.
brute strength.
Grab it. All right.
Um,
I got 2 stress back from that stamina potion for your
Okay.
knowledge.
Gerard, as you shout and try and intimidate him, he begins to kind of stand up from his prone position on the ground and suddenly just kind of does a front flip forward onto his feet. His cloak billows open for a moment. His hood falls back. It reveals what is a simia face, or at least something that was a simia. Its head is hairless. Its monkey-like features bent and contorted from unknown physical trials through its lifetime. Burns, scars mar every inch of its head. Its jaw is a crooked mass of broken teeth and muscle tissue. All the same, he smiles a crooked, pained smile at you, and his charcoal black eyes settle on you, Gerard. Are you... Oh, go ahead.
I was say, if Kai can see him, he's just going to be exclaiming, "You are an ugly SOB."
Hit him with the ugly again.
Always with the ugly. He kind of works the kink out of his neck and looks at you, Gerard. Kind of doesn't even glance at you right now, Kai. He's fixated on Gerard. Sir Gerard Graves. Are you so eager to unfold the puzzle of this night? I have foreseen this encounter, and it will end in despair. You are far too late. The coin of destruction is paid in full, and the wings of your demise beat hot upon the winds of fate. I am but a messenger of your feebleness, before you realize it yourselves. You cannot stop what descends upon you, and if you survive, behold the mirror of your future self. And he kind of gestures at himself as he backs up a step as he does this and pulls his cloak back. And it reveals a black cloak, a tabard of midnight blue and silver rippling outward. You recognize it immediately as a tabard of the Knights of Eventide. But his tabard is marred and burned away in sections, and the dark stains of heat and ash all around its fabric kind of make it almost like you wouldn't recognize it if you weren't part of this order. But it's very clear he's wearing a knight's tabard. He's armored under there and everything. It's crooked, and it's all chipped and marred, but it's definitely there.
Since I'm flying, in order to not fall when the stairwell collapsed on Kai and I had to boomf back into an owl form, am I able to see as he's monologuing to Gerard and flaring the armor? Is there anything else that I can see having the owl's vision that would give us any further insight or any kind of understanding?
What are your experiences again? You want to just rattle them off quick?
I am a shepherd of death, lone wolf, and overly cautious.
Give me an instinct. You can use your overly cautious if you'd like.
Ooh, I've just never heard somebody say I'm a shepherd of death so joyously.
I like to lead people to the afterlife.
And Brad, you'll have advantage on this roll because you are an owl right now.
Okay.
And above the dust cloud here.
And I'm rolling. What did you want me to roll again?
Instinct. And if you want to add your experience, spend a hope.
Yep, we're going to do that. Boop. All right. I rolled with hope for the second time ever in this campaign. That would be, so with advantage, add the d6. That is 26.
Just barely. You eked by. Okay. Observing below, you see as he flourishes his tabard, and around in the night, you see as small pinpricks of eerie orange light start to kind of glow off of insides of buildings and off of alley walls. It's really hard to tell what is going on there, but you kind of do a quick loop around, seeing that there's something weird going on. And where is it? As you're kind of doing a quick circle in the air, something catches your eye far to the east, out over the sea of clouds. A similar colored light is like a ember on the distant horizon in the darkness of the night sky. And that faint ember begins to glow with a faint flicker, and you get a sinking feeling in your stomach.
So this Simia is still standing right here in front of the party, right?
Yep, he's basically presenting himself, and just to remind you, he's basically telling you, so you'll become
from
him.
From the upstairs in the shadows, you hear Ripley's voice say, "Hey, Toasted Monkey, what's your name?"
Johnny.
Toasted monkey. As your voice settles, Ripley, you realize, roll me a reaction instinct. I wish there was a little bit, so I'm going to stop for just one second. I wish instinct wasn't the only thing for like perceiving stuff, but anyway, carry on.
You can make up other stuff. It doesn't. Those are just suggestions.
You're a
I mean,
suggestion.
like there's the like analyzing stuff,
Nice insight.
analyzing your surroundings, sort of thing. But yeah, that's sensing and perceiving, I guess.
Yeah.
So you said an instinct.
I mean, you could use knowledge in this one if you wanted to as well. I can think of a reason to use that.
There are so many choices. They're both +0.
I know. But it will change the way in which you see or don't see or perceive or don't perceive what you're trying to do.
I'm gonna go with instinct.
Okay.
You said just perceive or sense.
Yep. I would say either one of those would work. Doesn't
Okay.
matter. They're both the same score. So
Okay.
GM, I see.
Ooh,
I
that's
see
a
rolls
crit.
that.
Oh.
Respect.
Clear stress, gain a hope.
As he clears that stress and gains that hope, I was gonna let you know. So because I succeeded on my action roll as an owl, I get a D6 that I can either use for one of my next actions or to give an ally for their next action.
Fantastic.
I was gonna give it to Ripley, but he doesn't need it.
Okay. Well.
So
Does-
what did I just crit on?
as
Thanks.
the echo of your voice dies down, you realize that you don't have any actual ringing in your ears. What you assumed was ringing in your ears, and the after effect of hearing a hissing noise from the bomb is still a different hissing noise on the same floor you're on. Because you crit, you spot immediately there is a fuse burning over in the leftover corner of this attic that you're still standing in, and
Can I
a
whip
small
my-
package. And a small package that looks like it's a bomb.
As I see this fuse burning along the floor, I'd like to make sure my tongue is extra wet and then whip it out and slap that fuse out.
Tongue punching a fuse?
Sir.
It's a big risk. Let's see if
Frog
it pays
shit,
off.
man.
How much damage does that do?
1d12 physical damage with my proficiency.
Okay. Roll damage.
Oh hell!
Sure to spit on that tongue before you send it out.
Hey, hey, Ripley.
Yeah.
Ripley.
Hang on, I'm focusing. How
No,
do I
don't
do
focus
these?
and listen for a second.
I'm listening.
Take a D6 and add it to your roll because I'm going to give you my allyship for being an owl.
Yeah.
That can
Okay,
add to damage rolls?
It says, on a success, you gain new useful information here. Take a D6 bonus die you may use or give to an ally to add to their action roll when acting on the information. So if you rule that acting on a fuse is part of acting on information from the simia, yes.
In this particular case, I'm going to allow it. Typically, the action roll would be like the 2d12 roll, but it's cool.
So remind
Oh, I see
me
what
when I
you're
do a physical
Yeah.
close weapon attack, I just roll the one, whatever the die is,
Yep.
and then I would add. It says
Well,
using
let's-
your proficiency, so I would add my +2 from proficiency. Yes.
No,
No.
proficiency
That's
is
not how
not
proficiency
plus
works.
2. It multiplies the dice you roll. So if you had
So you
2
get to roll
proficiency,
2.
it's 2d12.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay,
Much
so
better.
it's 2d12 and a 6 then, if my math is correct. Yeah.
No, don't do the 6. I did that wrong. So no D6.
I mean, no, I said I'd allow it this time because of
Okay, then.
because of what he's rolling for. I think
Then go
that's
for
fair.
it. Then go for it.
Hawk. That is garbage. 6.
Your tongue hits the fuse. The fuse skitters across the floor but continues to burn. You can do one more thing before it's gone. You can either get the fuck out and shout, or you can try and put it out again. Not
I'm
both.
gonna take out my short sword and I'm gonna cut the fuse.
Okay, roll damage.
But before you do that, I'm just going to highlight that Kai and I don't know this fuse is burning, and he has just said you can either try again or yell, not both.
You can yell and get out of the way, or try again.
Oh,
He's made his choice.
Let me What do you think
He
about
made a
that?
choice.
You almost pulled a KO.
I almost
I-
pulled a KO.
I thought Carl just didn't understand. I'm like, hang on, don't be me.
Jump on the grenade. Do it.
I'm
All 10 inches of him.
I'm gonna hop through the floor and say, "There's a bomb upstairs."
Hey, Norton! There's a bomb up here!
As
Guys, we're gonna
everybody
jump
runs.
out the window.
I'm flying the hell out.
As everybody runs away, roll me an agility reaction. Except
Just
Ripley.
on the
Ripley, you don't
second
need
floor.
to because you're getting the fuck out fast enough. Regardless.
Is this just second floor or people on the bottom two?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Everyone who's in the building, which is all of you right now.
I can't give you fear, but I give you fear because I rolled a 12 with fear.
Why can't you give me fear? I only have 5, 6.
It doesn't let me when I click it. There's no way to click the plus.
Oh, that's fine.
At least
It's a
we're
react.
giving him.
It's a reaction
Design.
roll anyway. No fear or hope, regardless. So
15.
14 with hope.
Yeah.
10 with fear.
just remember you don't get hope on this one because it's a reaction. So
14 then.
So you got a 14 from Ox. Gerard, what was yours?
15.
Kai?
10 with fear.
12.
Nero, 12. Okay. Anybody who got a 15 or greater, you get a... You can go 2 spaces away, basically, in any direction. Those who only get 1 away,
Ooh.
you hear the impact explosion go off right behind you. And you will take...
No.
Too late to use an ability?
No, I haven't rolled
Okay.
yet.
Would you allow me using deft maneuvers to mark a stress to move anywhere within far range
Oh shit!
I
without
will.
making an agility roll to
I
get
will.
there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Mark that stress.
Then I'm going to do that.
Hey, GM, question.
Yes.
Was that agility roll you had us rolling, was it like a dodge roll?
Yeah.
As-
For all
as
intents
a-
and purposes, it was a sprint the fuck out of the way roll.
Then, as an owl, I get advantage on dodge. May I roll my d6?
Were you still in the building? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, then you can.
Okay, that makes it a 17.
Okay. You successfully get 2 zones away. Ox, noting that you're in basically a warehouse, to the south of you is a bunch of town streets. To the west of you, also mostly streets. North of you is the Eventide Gardens, lots of trees and a road going up through those trees. Where would you like to go?
I guess. Oh, man. What's the most. I don't know. That's not a question you could answer.
Maybe.
We'll go. Well, all right. Does one way look more likely, like where this dude's going to flee?
He is directly in front of the building. So he is in 1 zone over from the building. Straight to the south.
I would like to move into his zone.
If you want to go far, I'm going to move you to a zone behind him.
It's up too far.
It's up too far, yeah. So
Okay. So you
I'm
can
gonna
go in
move.
his zone if you want. He is also rolling to avoid this damage, though, by the way. So
okay.
he's close enough to take damage from his own
Oh,
explosion.
is he? Okay. Then, yeah, I'll go one farther than him.
Okay, so you're basically behind him at this point. Gerard...
Based on where I know this is happening very, very, very fast, but based on how this is going, if I can take note of where Ox is going, I'm going to try to surround the baddie from the other side.
Yep, that makes sense
Also-
because you came in the front anyway, and he is right outside the front door, so you'll go into his zone, right? Did you say you rolled a 15?
Yes.
Okay, so you actually can go... I'll put you 1 zone over, so you and Ox are kind of flanking him. Kai, do you want to go toward the garden, further south? Or...
I was in the back of the building, wasn't I? Know because I don't know where the staircase was in relation to the.
The staircase was on the south side of the building.
So I guess since I'm basically just jumping out the window and I don't know exactly where he is, I'm just going to be jumping out whatever would be the closest window.
Okay.
Closest to me.
Put you there. You are in the alleyway on the, we'll say, east side of the building. And then Nero, you successfully got away. Are you flying upward or are you flying... Oh, he's gone. I'm going to put him up on the wall. That's fine.
Put him directly in the blast zone for getting out of his seat.
So Kai, I think you're the only one that didn't get out at that point then, right?
Yep, I think so.
All right, so that will be 12 damage physical as the explosion pops off and you are slammed into the alley wall. The building just becomes a pile of rubble. Ripley, did you want to go off toward the garden or down toward where Ox and Gerard went? Or, yeah, somewhere else?
So the explosion is
Question
encompassing this vicinity here, these 6, or well 7 that I'm on, or how is that gonna? That'll dictate where I'm gonna go.
I mean, you can look at the grid if you want to, or you can go back to the map. I'm going to ping where you guys are. I'm mostly keeping the zones for my own brain so I can tell you where you're at, but you can certainly reference it if you want to. So south is just that collection of buildings there.
Yeah, I'll hop across on the out the window of the second story as I yell that and onto the next roof, I guess.
Okay. Here.
Again, probably don't have time for this, but before this interaction occurred, I did call for guards. Do I see any of them approaching? Because if they do, I'm going to shout, "It's going to blow."
So there's some guards up on the walls who, after the explosion, if you look up right now, you don't see anything just because there's a cloud of dust and whatever.
Oh, it already blew up.
It already blew up. Yep.
Okay.
You wouldn't have had time to look if the guards were coming before getting away. You were just barely able to run yourself.
Totally fair.
All right. And you hear maniacal laughter as...
What's your name?
He does not answer you. But... he does.
I'm trying to use an ability by doing that. It's Troublemaker.
Okay. What does it do?
When you taunt or provoke a target within far range, make a presence roll against them. On a success, roll a number of d4s equal to my proficiency. Take the highest value of those d4s and deal that much stress to the target.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do the thing.
Make him
Roll presence.
stressed.
That's the hope and fear ones, right?
Yep.
And add your presence bonus.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's a 9 with fear. Add 1 flow token to my Seaborn.
Said 12 with fear?
9 with
9 with fear. Okay.
it probably did not succeed.
It certainly did not.
Right.
And
that's why he didn't acknowledge me.
As you roll with fear, it comes to me. I am going to spend a fear to take... Well, that was an action on your part, so that was 1 action token for me. I'm going to spend a fear to grab 2 more action tokens. I will also look to you, Kai, and he will say to you, "You have seen the fire of doom. You know of what I speak. Accept your fate and prepare the city for its purging." And you feel as your brain kind of feels like it's being ripped open. Kai, what is your deepest, darkest nightmare?
Oh.
Being alone and unable to find my way home.
Okay. It comes to your mind, you see his eyes watching from some dark corner of your nightmare as you are, in fact, alone in the wilderness, smoldering wilderness, trees all burned down around you, a wasteland left in the wake of a dragon.
I can't resist this in any way. It's happening.
It's happening, but
okay.
I do have to spend a fear to do it. And you must make a knowledge reaction roll.
Knowledge reaction, okay.
This game just got dark, bro.
Word.
Oh.
I think Freddy Krueger just took over.
That is going to be...
And I need you to get a 20 or higher.
21 double 10 crit.
21 double 10 crit.
I have a knowledge score of 1, so that's how I got 21.
Clear a stress, gain a hope. That is very good for you. You will still take, well, I would say if you hadn't crit, you would still take half damage, but because you crit, you're going to take no damage from this. You've gone over this nightmare in your mind so often, it doesn't even faze you anymore. This is kind of like your state of being is dwelling in this moment sometimes.
That's why I drink.
You will, however, lose one hope.
Lose one hope, okay.
Yeah. And on top of this, Nero, I moved you basically to fly up on the wall behind the warehouse before it exploded.
Thank you. I had to
Drop
commune
your-
with the loaf.
All
Did you
good.
drop your action, Master of Games?
Sorry. Actually, that wasn't even an action. That was a spend fear. That didn't have anything to do with actions. Thank you very much.
You sure?
Did we just get GM lawyered?
It was a fail, though.
And then, because Gerard seems to be so mouthy today,
It seemed like you were acting out of my bad. Like, it seemed a lot like an action.
oh man, he will also take a single one of his eyes while he's looking at you, Kai, kind of shoots to the direction of Gerard. He is kind of a creepy motherfucker.
You're getting a little hot over there, Gerard.
Getting a little hot, man. That's
He is also
something
going
about
to use one of his experiences, unbearable pain, to target you with this. So that will be a 14. Does that beat your evasion?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Cool.
Really close there, Gerard, right?
No.
Let me just roll this 8d6 here real quick.
I'm sorry, what? Bro, that was too much. Jeez.
What the fuck kind of setup do you have
What
to make
did
the
you just
machine
do?
gun die sounds?
This
Fuck.
guy just said
Tungsten dice.
He just dumped a bucket of rocks out on the table.
That will be 21 magic damage. Oh, I'm sorry. 27 magic damage. He has a +6 on this as well.
Deal it back.
Well, wait. I have 4 questions. Question number Question number 1: Does magic damage behave the same as physical damage?
It do.
Okay, then I'm going to spend an armor slot to reduce it by 16. Wait, how much damage?
27.
27. Okay, yeah. So I'll spend 1 armor slot to make it 11 damage, which is still a major, but am I in melee range with him or no?
No. You are at close range. You are in the zone beside him. He's in the road in front of you. You are kind of tucked in a doorway of a building alongside.
So really, none of my things are helpful in this situation. I'm
hey,
going
Gerard.
to take.
Don't forget, you carry my rune ward, so you can spend a hope to reduce your damage by another D8 if you want to use my rune ward that's been hanging on the back of your shelf for 7 episodes.
No, I mean, I think I'm just gonna spend. I think I'm just gonna spend two
Just
armor
one?
slots.
Wanted to
and
let you
take-
know.
and take
Which-
no damage.
Reduces the damage to 0.
reduces the damage to 0. And then, do I have a chance to at least say something to him?
Absolutely.
You dare to test the might of Turtle Tits, you worthless, putrid turd. Prepare for retribution.
All right.
Yeah.
He does, in fact, prepare for retribution as he turns to face you, but backs up one zone as he does.
Oh no.
So, the floor is yours, Turtle Tits.
You mind if I do a thing?
You do a thing. I just
By
said
all
a
means,
thing.
please.
All right.
I'm going to follow your thing with a thing, I think.
Before you do your thing, Kai's just gonna spit some blood out and then just.
Can we also say turtle tits as much as possible?
Turtle
Yeah,
Tits.
you got to say Turtle Tits.
So, the Simia, who has yet to announce his name, is basically squared off with Gerard. Gerard's standing in a building's threshold across the street from him. He's standing in like the darkness of a tree that is the beginning of the Eventide Gardens in the northeast wing. To the just a little further down the road in the buildings as well is Ox. So you are right now 2 zones away from him. He's at far range from you currently.
You got them
Cool.
giant arms.
Yeah. Hey, Ember Tits, pick on someone your own size, or who's also has magnificent arms 3 times your size. And I'm going to use Def Maneuvers again. So that's a stress.
Nice
And,
variation.
I'm going to come hurtling up in this dude's face. So pick on someone your own size is my +2 experience.
And you can move far.
Up to, yep.
Nice.
Use deft maneuvers.
Yeah.
I'm just
And
making
then-
sure we're calling it out. That's all.
And then I'm gonna take an attack
Hell yeah. With your mop?
with my mop.
I keep wanting to call your mop Thermopylae. I don't know why.
I for sure thought you said with your mouth. Pardon?
Call me your Turtle Tits, Alex.
Yeah.
So that is a 19, and that's hope. Your dad hit.
19 barely hits. Yes.
Okay. So damage. $17. So that's 1 second. That's 20, and I'm also going to use strategic approach, which I have 1 token that I start with per long rest, and after an attack roll I can choose to use it, and I'm going to use it in the way where my action does not add to the action tracker for this attack.
Hell yeah.
Very nice. That is his minor threshold. He takes 1 hit point of damage, and as if in immediate reaction to you hitting him, as you strike, he will mark a stress, and you will feel a pushing as if from within your own chest that shoves against your spine, and you go flying back.
Before I will go flying back, but he's going to feel slightly outmaneuvered from my movement because of my battle strategist class feature.
Okay.
And I'm going to choose to mark 1 more stress to also deal him a stress, so he can
Take
suck on
another
that.
stress. Okay. You can also, at this point, choose to mark a stress if you want to make an agility reaction roll to take half damage instead from what I'm about to hit you with. So, your choice.
Can I use another ability?
It depends. What kind of ability is it?
It's scramble, where I can once per short rest, when an enemy would deal melee damage to me, I can avoid the damage entirely. You know what? No, I don't want to do that.
Does it specifically say melee damage?
It does, and I would
This
like.
is not melee
It's not?
damage. This
Okay,
is
sure.
going to be physical damage from flying through the air, but he's not actually hitting you.
I see.
So he can send you to another far range location. 1, 2.
Am I still within far range of this guy, or am I in very far range?
Right now, you are in very far range.
Okay, so it's okay.
So 1 zone is close, 2 zones is far. Anything beyond that's pretty much very far.
So, random question: me being on top of the wall,
You are currently very far.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And let's see here. Do I have enough dice for the 6? I would hope so.
I kind of outclassed her. This is going to be a rough fight.
Nah, I got this once I get closer to you guys. I got y'all.
That's the spirit.
Dude, stop doing that.
So you're hearing the dice he's rolling, right?
Yes.
That'll be 27 physical damage, Ox, as you hit hard after being flown through the air. You land on a building, and you, being a giant, crush the first floor or the second floor building's ceiling in and fall into a bedroom where 2 citizens scream as you fall into their bed right as they're about to leave the room.
Okay, so I would like to burn an armor. How you were subtracting? I didn't catch how many HP per or damage per armor slot. How does that work?
Depends on your armor score.
All right, minus 6. So that would
you
be
would
6
reduce
per...
it by 6 per armor slot.
Okay. And you said it was 26?
Did I say 20? I thought it was 27, but
Or 27? Okay.
Okay.
So
unless somebody heard different.
I heard
I'm
27.
going to mark
I see your hand,
2
Ripley.
armor slots to go down to what? Would that be 16? My dumbeth math.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
15.
you are.
15. Okay. Well, I'll do 15. So that would be 2 HP then that I would tick off.
Is it actually marked in the game mechanics when odd numbers are halved if it goes in favor of the player or in favor of the mechanics?
It does say somewhere. I think it rounds up, but I can't recall off the top of mind.
A lot of
Everything
times
I've
they'll
seen
call
in
out
here
something
always
for the
says
beta
rounds
to-
up.
Consider if it didn't have it. If it
Yeah,
didn't have it.
I did see there's like a generic rule, kind of like in D&D, where it always goes one way unless it states
Yep.
the other way.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it always rounds up, but all right.
How far away am I from this now?
You are
It should still be
currently far.
fairly close.
You are far
I am far.
from the enemy. You are 2 zones away.
Could I hop closer? Just 1 zone, please.
Are you taking an action right now?
Oh, is it an action? To do
So
that?
you can move as part of your action if you take an action up to close
I'll let
range.
Gerard
If you
have
want
something-
to move further than close, you can use an agility roll to see if you make.
No, I'll wait until Gerard does what he's planning on doing before I move closer.
Trying to figure out what my movement is because evidently I forgot how to calculate
It's
that.
just close. So you can move
It's the
one
same
zone.
for everyone.
You can move one zone as part of your action, or if you want to move further,
I'm gonna-
you can use an agility roll.
I'll use an agility roll. I'm going to try to get within melee range. Now, if I do that, I'm doing an action to do the agility,
Yep.
so I won't have an action when I get to him.
I mean, remember, it's not turn-based, so you're just using 2 actions
okay.
subsequently if
Yeah.
your party's cool with that.
I probably don't want to do that unless
So as a reminder, when we use actions, you get an action tracker, right?
Yep. So if Ox just took an action, he didn't add one to the action tracker because he had a specific thing that made him not add one.
that's
So,
right.
That's 2 6s for a 12 plus 2, so
that's a
14.
crit then?
14 crit.
Okay. And that was, okay, clear a stress, gain a hope.
I'm
and
pretty
that was
hopeful.
your agility. So you succeed. I'm going to say that because that was a crit, you do not need to add an action tracker token.
Oh, then here comes
Before
the
you
mace.
attack, I'm gonna get in there for just a split second and try to taunt him again. So if I can move closer, I'm gonna try and taunt him. It's like,
Hey, yo, bitch! How do you drink soup with that open lip?
All right. So you move one zone closer. You are in the same zone as Kai at this point. Roll
So
the
I'll be
presence.
doing another troublemaker.
You know,
roll.
for how calm Ripley is, he sure sounds a lot like Bill Burr. Like,
That's not great. Yeah, it didn't work. It's like 13 with fear. Well, no. Yeah, 13 with fear.
Okay. 13 with fear. As you hop over and shout at him, I will take that fear and that action token.
Yeah, I assume it failed.
It did absolutely fail. I'm choosing to collect the fear at this point instead of lashing back at you.
All right. As you were, Gerard.
But because you rolled with fear, it is now my turn.
okay.
Gerard's turn never finished.
There are no turns. He just moved.
Okay, I thought he was doing. Oh, he was doing a second turn, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about
that
to do a
kind
second
of-
action.
Right.
Yeah.
If I
thought he was
fucked that up,
doing
I'm
one
sorry, Alex.
No, it's good.
Oh,
We
good.
got to try everything we can try, man.
Yeah. I mean, if you'd rolled with hope, it's a 50-50 shot either way.
I mean, that's one of my ranged attacks is just stress them out from a distance.
Yeah.
Dude, stress is huge in this game.
Stress is huge.
Like,
So GM, you didn't take a fear then, did you? Because you took the action instead of banking it?
So this is some feedback I'm going to give to Daring Press. They need to make it a little more clear because right now, if I never take fear and it's anytime I take the initiative back over, I never get any fear. So
Unless you let us roll with fear a few times and then take it. I see.
right, but in the rules it says every time that you guys roll with fear or fail, it becomes my turn. So it doesn't say I need to spend the fear to make it my turn.
Got it.
It
And
does
you-
say I need to spend the fear to make bad things happen to you when you roll fear,
That's what it is.
but
okay.
not to just take over the turn.
Okay. And
So,
also, I know Carl was asking, everything rounds up. I quickly checked.
Oh, okay.
Your nemesis here is going to spend 2 actions off of his action tracker. And Gerard, as you are beside him,
taunting him once more, of course.
You weak ass, turn and face me.
Followed immediately by the...
I was just thinking that scene.
as you step up, he kind of takes an animalistic stance, Gerard, and he's kind of speaking broadly. And you notice his voice is kind of booming out a little bit more than is natural. You start to hear panicked sounds of citizens moving around in the surrounding town. People are starting to notice that there's something really bad happening. Can you not see what awaits this realm? You all wander these streets with these walls and revere your safety and your societal paradigms. You think your government will protect you, even as they serve you painted lies and steer your neighbors to travel far from their homes to die horrible deaths on the frontiers, facing monsters and mysteries that were never meant to be tamed. If you could see the tally of your hopeless struggles, fought in the name of peace and progress, you would burn your own eyes from their sockets. Look round, you slaves of honor. The very people you have sworn to defend are on the brink of madness and treachery. As fear consumes their resolve will consume you with fear. And he's going to throw his hands to the sky. Flashes of pitch darkness blind you for half a second. You see 2 citizens that were running past behind you, Gerard, suddenly stop and ragdoll down onto the ground. But then they start to almost rise. They kind of limply fall to the ground and then rise up like marionettes being pulled by jerking strings. Their faces appear a blur of shadow, and they wail loudly as if they're overcome with grief as they charge you.
Oh shit! How many other citizens are around?
A lot. There's people fleeing into the streets right now.
Get the fuck out of here! It's dangerous! You think you sound smart and insightful. You got a mind like a urinal cake. You're useless. Useless like a soiled tampon.
And that's just how I feel.
Rehearsed.
It was.
Aha! I got him to reply.
He's reading it from his sleeve.
Behold, fearful, shit.
It's stressful to read in battle. You know, the thing.
So all of these marionette citizens, are they all in the same zone as Gerard, or are they just kind of...
There's only 2, right?
There's 4.
There's more
4.
popping up right now, yeah. 4 of them are currently, well, one of them's in the zone next to you. They're all closing in on you quickly. Gerard is pretty much...
I feel bad to start bodying citizens, but...
I don't.
Yay, moral paradigms. Woo.
No remorse. No feelings. Just dead on the inside.
And then that was his one action. He is also going to spend a fear. And one of his eyes shifts over toward Ripley. Ripley, what is
Outside of talking all this shit.
what is your deepest nightmare?
My deepest nightmare is the inside of that largemouth bass.
The rooftop that you are standing on suddenly becomes a largemouth bass and tries to close itself around you. I need you to make a knowledge reaction roll.
Little bits of frog shit begin to drip onto the ground. Now he's really drippy Ripley.
And starts singing as it's trying to eat him.
You said
It's a Billy Bass.
knowledge?
Knowledge reaction, yes.
It's not
What
just
is
any
reaction?
bass, it's a Billy Bass.
I didn't
Reaction
know
just
how to make
means
it worse till you said that.
reaction just means hope and fear don't matter on this roll. So just roll the 2d12 and tell me the total.
10.
Is that with your bonus for your knowledge? Which
Yeah,
is
plus
probably
0.
10. All right. The
Do you have a mic? Do you have an additional microphone right next to your dice tower, just for like effect?
Just to make us cringe. Like,
I think he does.
20, that is 33. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 43 magic damage. And you lose all hope as the bass begins to digest you. Everyone else, what you see on the roof is Ripley just suddenly crumpling, maybe screaming, and he just goes into a ball.
So
I'm gonna
this
assume this is
probably
massive
doesn't matter.
damage.
How far away is Ripley from me?
2 zones.
2 zones, so very far. Well, that's
Would
he's
a
far right now.
12 have saved me from this fate?
No.
Okay, then never mind. What methods are there to reduce damage? Because that's gonna fucking kill me.
Armor. And it won't kill you. I guarantee it won't kill you. The most damage you can actually take from this is 4. Again, your thresholds. So if you break your minor threshold only, you take 1 point. If you break your major threshold, you'll take 2 points. If you break your severe, you'll take 3. And if it's double your severe, you'll take massive. So that'll be 4.
Well, see, 4 will still kill me.
You only have 4 HP?
Left. I have 2 damage from earlier.
Well, better start reducing. You can burn armor
right.
slots.
So burning armor slots is every time I burn an armor slot, it reduces it by 2, right?
Is it
Yep, 2.
whatever your
That's
armor
his-
score is? Yeah.
Right. Kaya and I have the same armor. It's the Gambison.
Well, how many armor slots you got?
What's your severe threshold?
My severe threshold is 18.
So can you get to 35 damage?
And how much damage did you just deal?
43.
Yeah.
You need to scratch 8 damage. Do you have 4 armor slots?
4.
I have
yeah.
just enough.
If you scratch
Then
4
mark
armor
all
slots,
4.
yeah, you won't die.
All right. Well,
Holy
my
cringe.
Gambison armor has taken all of that, and there's still left over. Why does this bass have teeth?
You are now also naked.
Yeah.
We look over, Ripley's just ripping his clothes off. I'm on fire!
Tom Cruise, save me with your magic.
Help me, Oprah Winfrey!
Oh fuck. Okay, so I took 3 points of fuckery.
3
and now
HP.
I'm naked as the day I climbed out of the water as a guppy.
Mhm. All right, and it passes to you, Turtle Tits.
Oh fuck!
Can I, guys? I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna jump in here. I would like to move straight to Ripley, having seen him ripping at his own skin and bleeding. I want to just fly right over there. I know it's 2 zones away, so how do I do that? Agility.
Yep.
Since I'm an owl, do I get advantage on that? I get advantage on locate, dodge, and deceive. So I don't think so, but figured I'd ask.
You do not. It's a pretty easy roll though, because you are flying.
So that's 16 with hope for once. Do I get hope for this?
You sure do. You
thrice.
easily fly up to far range.
Yo, I have turned a corner, and I am actually successful now.
And you just sabotaged it.
No. So I gotta give you an action tracker.
Are you trying to get as close to him as possible at this point?
I need to be. Do I need to be in his zone?
Close or very close?
I need to be very close. So I need to be right on top of him. Yeah.
Okay. Technically, that roof one in between the wall is just above the rubble. So, and really, that rooftop's not even there anymore. So they actually get rid of that. It's just gone because the bomb exploded it. So you are close enough to do that with flying.
No, Ripley.
No,
Ripley, not Gerard.
Ripley.
Oh, you're trying to get to Ripley. Still,
Oh, yeah.
Same thing.
Same thing. Okay, and then I'm gonna. So I gave you an action tracker for that. I'm gonna double action. Sorry in advance, everybody. And I am going to spend 3 hope to heal Ripley for 1d4 hit points.
You said I lost all my hope from that?
You did.
Well,
But-
yes.
Drains from you.
But you gain 3 hit points back because I spend 3 hope to do so.
Oh, Lord. Oh, thank you, Fungus Among Us.
So yeah, I'll get there and I'll drop the owl form. Oops, wrong way. I'll drop the owl form and I'll be like, "Oh, Master Ripley."
Fish!
I'm just like
Fish!
I'm doing CPR to oh, staying alive.
God
Fish!
damn it.
Sick reference.
I didn't work for the American Heart Association for 6 years. You did.
That's a self-plug that we didn't need.
Yeah, I thought you were referencing The Office. Now I don't like it.
Oh, I actually forgot they did it in the office too.
Oh, fuck.
Damn.
All right, so wait, so I'm here.
I got you
Good.
3 hit points back though, which is
Yeah,
good.
thank you, buddy.
And you gave me 2 actions, right?
I did.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, fuck.
I'm going to act unless you are officially acting.
Act, by the love of God, act.
Don't ever offer the
Okay.
action to
Now,
the GM.
Gerard, as you are surrounded by these citizens and are still confronted by this enemy, who are you going after?
I am
The
100%.
innocent citizens now turned on you?
No,
Okay.
no.
It's very
Absolutely
knightly of
not.
you.
Well, I saw what happened.
What is your issue, jackass?
I'm gonna swing my mace at him. Swing my mace at him. Well, that's a really good roll, but
Good.
I know
Yeah,
what that face
it's-
means though.
it's a 23 with fear.
Well, it hits, so roll damage.
Real quick before you decide to kill Gerard.
I hope there was a comma before you decide to kill Gerard.
No, there was no comma.
Okay. Not
So
great.
by expending all of the slots of my armor, is that armor essentially destroyed and unequipped and gone forever, or can I repair it?
You can
With a-
repair
can
it
repair it
during
over a long
rest.
rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So since I have that, I lose the +1 evasion that I got from it, right?
I don't believe
I
so.
don't think so. I think as long as you have your armor on, you still get the bonuses from it. You just can't burn any more armor slots from it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically a shirt now.
Yeah.
More or less, yeah.
It's Swiss cheese armor.
Yeah,
But it saved your life.
it did.
I'm gonna roll.
It did.
Do it.
Wait a second. 16.
16 damage.
2d8 plus 1. So I do get a +1 to both, yeah?
I think it's just to the whole roll.
Oh, okay. Then 15.
That is his minor threshold, so he will take 1 hit point of damage. Yep. And
Okay.
as you are very close to him right now, he will react, and
I move in slightly closer.
he's going to mark a stress. And you feel your insides shove against your spine. You may mark a stress if you want to make an agility reaction roll to have the damage, but you are going to go flying away from him. Or you can just take the damage in full. But choose now.
I'll try to have the damage. I'm just wondering if am I being hit by an enemy in melee range?
Not in melee range, no. You are in very close. He didn't really hit you. Technically, you
hit
were in melee. You just hit him.
I just hit him. I guess.
Yes.
So
he's not touching you, if that matters.
Here's my question. But it seems odd. But he's going to do this to me. I'm taking damage, which makes me think that I could use retaliation. So I'm guessing I'm going to be flying away and taking a crack at him as I'm flying.
Narratively, unless you're throwing something at him, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But
that's fair.
Kick him in the shins on your way towards velocity.
It says what it says, but
I know. But it's weird. It's weird because you guys aren't like dueling, right? Like he's not hitting you. He's doing like a burst of energy at you, kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an agility to try to have it to mark a stress.
Okay. Silver lining, it hits all of the citizens around you also, and they just fall limp. I guess the
citizens are dead.
God dang it! That's 11 with fear. Damn it! It's probably take all that damage and give you a fear. So that was probably.
You just give me a fear from your attack. It doesn't give me anything. It's a reaction.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, cool.
So what was the total? Sorry.
11.
Yep, that does not.
I wouldn't think it would.
Does not pass. Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
good God.
What are we fighting?
Someone a lot stronger than us.
Something that does 18 physical damage as you slam your turtle shell into the building like a wrecking ball, and the whole building comes down around you but does not land on you. Or I guess that's part of the damage. It does kind of land on you.
We're fighting the chimp version of Harvey Dent.
Question. So if my minor threshold is 5 and I reduce my damage to 2, I take no
0.
hit points.
Correct.
Yeah,
I'm going to reduce that damage by 16 and burn another armor slot.
And Gerard is the turtle version of Batman. He can take it.
I'm going to get up, dust myself off, maybe throw up a little bit.
Your time is nearly finished, bitch.
And as you rolled that attack with fear, it will become my turn. I will tell you what I'm going to do next time. Will the party survive this encounter? Do they run? Do they tilt? How knightly are they? Find out next week.
I'm already tilting.
I'm absolutely tilting.
I was confused for a moment. I lost track of time.
I haven't done anything, literally anything in that entire fight.
You did.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, hi, you got to do something.
I mean,
I can't.
You crit against his biggest attack and completely took no damage or any.
That's impressive.
Negatives from
I
it.
go hit him, I die. I have no way I can survive that hit.
One of you has picked up on the pattern.
You need to hit him from far.
Yep.
Well,
I
that's
have nothing from far. I can't do anything.
Same.
You don't have a
You
gun
don't-
or anything?
You may not necessarily have to hit him from far. You've noticed everyone who's taken that damage has been in very close range.
How do
I
hit
beg
him
to
not
differ.
from
I
far?
haven't been very close to this bitch not once.
Thank you so much for listening. Please make sure to check out our website at deadsonsco.com for the latest news and social links. If you like our content, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/deadsonscompany.